When you think about Pokemon and Korean actors, what comes into mind? Every person has a favorite character that they cherish, and you might be asking yourself, what do Charmander, Pikachu, and Ditto have in common with Hwang and Yeop? They are fictional and he's an actor. You're not wrong, but you should know that Hwang and Yeop is a fan of Pokemon, and you might have seen Ditto make an appearance as his Instagram profile picture. In this video, we will go over 8 things that you might have missed about Hwang and Yeop. Like most avid K-drama viewers, you might have seen Hwang and Yeop in the hit K-drama True Beauty, and you might have fallen in love with him and not the main character, played by Yoonwoo of the K-pop group Astro. He took the world by storm so effortlessly. Maybe it was him as a secondary character, or maybe it was a scene where he's dancing and singing to Okey Dokey, sung by Minho featuring Zico. Want to know more about him? You're in the right place. He had a late start in his acting career and is still considered a rookie, but at the age of 30, that doesn't stop him from pursuing and achieving his dreams. Picture this. You go to high school at Kai International School in the Philippines, and your sights are set on the next chapter, and that is going to college at Philippine Women's College of Davao and getting your BA in fashion design. All is good, right? For some, that would be enough of a life plan laid out before you. But Hwang and Yeop had his sights set on reaching his full potential. Before his acting debut, Hwang and Yeop was a model before he acted. He made his first entry into the business through the runway, and in those moments, he dreamed of being an actor. Surprisingly enough, you would think being a model would ensure that you were a fan of the busy life. Not for Hwang and Yeop, he likes the simple things in life and is a self-proclaimed introvert. Which, let's be honest, being around people a lot gets exhausting. Hwang and Yeop managed to stay introverted while walking down the runway, and it gave him the confidence to do acting and such in life. There were people who did not support him, but you'll find out who was truly by his side. It takes a lot to be able to get out of that comfort zone that you've perfected so well. But once he overcame his shyness, that's when he debuted in his first web drama, Y. It was released in 2018 and subbed for global audiences in early 2019. Y portrays a friendship between Yoonwoo and Jo-hyun. They met when they were 17 years old. After 4 years of friendship, he invited the girl to date, swoon-worthy, and everything was fine. Promises were made and they promised to love each other even more. But she leaves him in the evening without explaining why. Yeonwoo is upset and his friends take him on a trip to Jeju Island, and that leads to him trying to understand the reason for the breakup, the reason the web drama is called Y. Why would she just leave without an explanation? Hwang and Yeop took that role and transformed into DJ Young so well. Introverted personality where? It should come as no surprise if you're a fan of Korean entertainment, but at times, some of your favorite actors or idols go on a hiatus for about 18 to 21 months, and you have to fill that void until they come back. The reason for the hiatus is the mandatory military service. Good news, Hwang and Yeop decided to do his military service after finishing his college degree. Take a breath. You don't have to worry about not seeing him on your screens because he had already fulfilled his obligation as a South Korean citizen. A lot of enlistment announcements leave fans saddened, and they send their best wishes and farewells with hopes of staying safe, healthy, and happy. So now that we have his modeling career covered, we all can agree his acting is top tier. When he was younger, he took up speed skating before he dedicated his time to fashion. Speed skating, let's see what else. With his height alone, he enjoys basketball, but he can also sing, ski, kendo, taekwondo, and hapkido. He truly is a jack of all trades. And with our beloved Han Seojun character from True Beauty, it's no surprise Hwang and Yeop took this role with serious dedication. He revealed that he got his motorcycle license, despite the fact that he's never ridden one before, but he did it solely because Han Seojun had a motorcycle. That's not even all. He went to action school so he could perform the action scenes accurately without needing a stunt double. He is truly talented, and being Han Seojun made him one of the most followed Korean actors on Instagram. Let's pause and bring it back to Pokemon. He has mentioned he is a big fan of the franchise. He even posted a picture of Pikachu on Instagram despite his profile picture being ditto at that time. The way his face lights up when he's given Pokemon merchandise is so pure. It makes you wonder if his younger brother also shares a love for Pokemon. It would be hard not to follow your older siblings' interests. Surprisingly, it appears that artistic talent runs in the family, as Hwang In-yeop's brother is a producer, singer, songwriter, and even has his own YouTube channel where he does covers of popular songs. Remember earlier about who his biggest supporters were? It was his family! And it was due to his dad's encouragement that really pushed him forward with his acting career. The first thing on Hwang In-yeop's bucket list is being able to spend a long time with his family. Does the name Ryan Leon sound familiar? It was his English name during his time in the Philippines, and in September this year, he was able to travel back to the Philippines to have his first fan meeting in Manila. That alone shows how loved he is. He has been in the industry for a few years now, but that has never stopped him from practicing his gratitude for all the projects he has worked on. Hwang In-yeop has really proven himself, and the spotlight deserves to be on him. He's an old soul who loves melodramas and enjoys writing handwritten letters, which is rare in society today. If you've watched all his acting roles, you would take notice that he has been primarily playing the bad boy, not only in True Beauty, but also in 18 Again, where he is a captain of the basketball team, but is unfortunately a bully. Even though he is portrayed as such, you see such growth and character development that you can't help but root for the bad boy. In reality, Hwang In-yeop is just an old soul who found his calling later in life. He enjoys his quiet life, being near the sea to relax his mind, to watch the sunsets. He doesn't really bother with a sunrise because being able to see the end of a long day come to a close is more satisfying than watching the day begin. The only proper way to start the day is with an Americano in one hand and a book in the other. Hobbies are good things to have. Hwang In-yeop is a man of many subtle and relaxing hobbies. He calms his mind by writing handwritten letters to his friends who call him Hwang-ai and Pang-ai, which is a rite of passage with friendships. We love a good nickname between a group of friends. There is so much talent in one person, and it should be mentioned on top of all his talents, he's also ambidextrous. Getting to know Hwang In-yeop in his life is equivalent to an onion. Not due to instant trail of tears, but because with each layer you peel back, you find out more things about him and who he is at his core. Hwang In-yeop is just a simple man with ambitious dreams, and he proves that if you see through it, you can also pursue dreams you've never even given a second thought to. His favorite life motto is "Seeing is believing," and when you look at Hwang In-yeop's career, you see his progress and his passion towards acting. And we hope to see him shine on future projects, and maybe one day we will see him in a different role that doesn't include him being the most lovable bad boy. And please don't ask him about pineapples on pizza. He's a pepperoni pizza type of guy.